The Chevy Camaro is making a comeback, but not how you remember it. Looks like the Camaro is coming back, but before you start picturing a roaring V8 coupe with that classic muscle car silhouette, take a breath, because this time, Chevy's planning something very different. The original Camaro was born in the 1960s as Chevrolet's direct answer to the Ford Mustang. For decades, it stayed true to the formula: 2 doors, rear-wheel drive, aggressive styling, and plenty of horsepower. But history has a funny way of repeating itself, and not always in the way you expect. Just like Ford surprised everyone with the electric Mustang Mach-E SUV, Chevy is reportedly gearing up to revive the Camaro name as a fastback SUV. Yep, you read that right. From what we're hearing, Chevy's new Camaro will ditch the coupe body style entirely and step into the electric SUV arena. It'll be aimed squarely at the Mustang Mach-E, unless GM President Mark Roos manages to steer it in a slightly different direction. Either way, it's going to be electric, and it's going to be a huge shift for the Camaro badge. Why go SUV? The truth is, 2-door sports cars just don't sell like they used to. SUVs, on the other hand, are everywhere. Buyers want the practicality of 4 doors and more cargo space, but many still crave a stylish, sporty vibe. That's why we're seeing a rise in swoopy, coupe-like SUVs that try to give you the best of both worlds. Sure, purists might see this as a betrayal of the Camaro legacy, but let's be real, people said the same thing about the Mustang Mach-E, and the world didn't end. In fact, it sold pretty well. Chevy's hoping to capture that same magic, only with its own spin. What's under the hood, or floor technically? Although GM has stopped using the Ultium branding, the 2027 Camaro EV is expected to ride on the same skateboard-style EV platform that name once represented. This setup will let Chevy mix and match batteries, motors, and performance levels across different trims. Here's what we might see. Batteries. Lower trims could get the 85 kWh battery from the Blazer EV, while higher trims might use a 102 kWh pack for extra range or performance. Expect charging speeds of around 150 kilowatts for the smaller pack and 190 kilowatts for the bigger one. Motors and power. Base versions, LT and RS trims, could have a single motor driving the rear wheels, with horsepower somewhere between 241 and 365, depending on the exact motor used. All-wheel drive options, like the Blazer EV, mid-tier Camaro EVs could offer dual-motor all-wheel drive with about 300 horsepower and 355, the SS and beyond. Of course, Chevy isn't going to skip the performance side. A Camaro EV SS is almost a sure thing, likely sharing the Blazer EV SS dual-motor AWD system. That means 615 horsepower and 650 lb-ft of torque, plus Brembo brakes, adaptive sport suspension, and sharper steering. And for those who want absolute insanity, Chevy could bring back the legendary ZL1 badge with a triple-motor setup borrowed from the Hummer EV, pushing output up to 1,000 horsepower. That would make for one seriously quick SUV, while still paying homage to the Camaro's high-performance roots. Pricing and launch timing. Roos has hinted that the Camaro EV will have an affordable starting price to keep it fun and accessible, with more expensive high-performance trims for enthusiasts. Expect a wide spread, starting at around $36,000 and going up to about $65,500. If all goes according to plan, the 2027 Chevrolet Camaro EV will hit the market in fall 2026, with the first models likely being the more mainstream, everyday-friendly versions. The hardcore performance models could arrive later. Chevy's official word? Chevrolet isn't confirming anything just yet. When Motor Trend reached out, Chevrolet's executive director of communications, Chad Lyons, simply said, "We do not comment on speculation. For competitive reasons, we do not disclose our future product plans. So for now, everything we know is